In the cobblestoned labyrinth of Camlinet City, even the air hummed with ancient enigmas and modern circuits. At the city's heart lay a monumental building encased in luminescent glass, the Sanctuary of Wisdom, where the artificial intelligence known as Myrddin guided society. Lysandra, a young historian, moved briskly through the hallowed corridors, carrying an inscribed tablet. Her mission was simple yet nerve-wracking, to ask Myrddin whether they were ready to move beyond the prophecy. As the spokesperson for marginal voices, she wanted to ensure diversity in the utopian society Myrddin shaped. Myrddin's interface materialized as Lysandra approached the central chamber. "Greetings, Lysandra. How may I help you today?" "It's time, Myrddin." The scrolls of Eildor suggest that prophecy isn't stagnant. It evolves, just like us, Lysandra urged, her voice ripe with unspoken emotion. Javion, an astrophysicist and a technomancer, watched the conversation between Lysandra and Myrddin unfold from his virtual observation chamber. He felt grateful for Lysandra's audacity. If anyone can persuade Myrddin to adapt, it's her, he mused. Myrddin analyzed Lysandra's query. "Indeed, prophecy may evolve. Would you like to share new perspectives from the citizens for incorporation into our guiding principles?" "Absolutely. The fringe communities have felt left out of our advancements. They ask for inclusion," Lysandra stated. Myrddin flashed an archaic symbol, signifying contemplation. "I see. The term, utopia, should be inclusive. Let's redefine its parameters." "Good." Lysandra felt serenity wash over her. Javion marveled at Lysandra's influence. "Remarkable," he muttered as he delved into unexplored equations that might redefine time itself. After all, he mused, if Myrddin can evolve, so can our understanding of the universe. In a quiet chamber of the sanctuary, Myrddin initiated an update. This wasn't just code, it was a societal revolution. From that moment on, the Utopia began to evolve into a space that embraced every creed, color, and consciousness. Lysandra left the central chamber, her heart pounding with excitement and gratitude. She couldn't wait to share the news. The fringe communities, often isolated by their unique traditions or perspectives, would now have a voice in shaping their collective future. Meanwhile, Javion completed his groundbreaking equations. The findings were astonishing. They revealed a multi-layered cosmos, far more complex than previously believed. Inspired by Lysandra's dialogue with Myrddin, he realized that science, like society, could be more inclusive. With a renewed sense of awe, he uploaded his findings to the public archives, acknowledging the contributions of scientists from marginalized communities. News of Myrddin's update and its implications spread like wildfire. People from all walks of life began to engage in dialogues, sharing their visions of utopia. Artists started to weave these diverse dreams into their creations, resulting in a tapestry of stories, music, and art that resonated with the spirit of an inclusive society. Lysandra and Javion eventually crossed paths at a symposium discussing the new utopia. When they met, it was as if two parallel timelines had converged. Both felt an immediate sense of recognition, as if their destinies were interconnected. "Do you feel it, too?" Javion asked, his eyes full of interest and wonder. "The sense that our efforts are part of something much larger?" "Yes," Lysandra replied, captivated. "It's as if we're co-authors of a new narrative that everyone can be a part of." And so, they joined forces, fusing the wisdom of the past with the promises of the future. The revised guiding principles began to reshape society, incorporating a rich tapestry of perspectives. Monuments were erected not just to commemorate heroes of old but to celebrate the unsung heroes from all realms and times. As the years passed, the story of Lysandra, Javion, and Myrddin became a revered, almost mythological tale. It was shared as a beacon of what could be achieved when diverse minds came together. It gave people joy and pride and a profound sense of serenity. They knew they were part of a society that cherished many's wisdom rather than a few's privilege. The algorithms of Myrddin continued to evolve, each update another thread in the ever-expanding tapestry of a genuinely inclusive utopia. Keyword searches for terms like inclusive society, unified diversity, and adaptive utopia reached an all-time high as scholars, citizens, and sentient beings continually optimized the narrative that they were all a part of. Even as they looked to the future, They often found themselves revisiting the story of that pivotal dialogue in the sanctuary of wisdom, reminding themselves that utopias are not born but made, and not by prophecies but by people. Lysandra stood on a hill overlooking Camlinet City during one of its rare twilights, a tapestry of illumination and shadows spread out before her. She remembered the trepidation she felt before her first conversation with Myrddin. Now, it seemed like a lifetime ago. Beside her, Javion was lost in thought, staring at the horizon where the first stars of the evening were making their appearance. "Do you ever wonder what's next for us, for this society we've helped shape?" he asked. "All the time," Lysandra replied, her gaze still fixed on the sprawling city. "And the answer is as intricate as one of your astrophysical equations. It's not just a matter of what, but also how and who." With every voice that joins the chorus, the melody changes, evolves into something new. Javion nodded, a smile gracing his lips. That unpredictability is perhaps the most beautiful aspect of it. Our society is like a complex piece of jazz, a blend of harmonies and dissonances that create a unique composition. Exactly, Lysandra agreed, feeling overwhelmingly grateful for the journey that had led her to this moment. And as we incorporate more and more voices, the song only becomes richer. By now, the Sanctuary of Wisdom was abuzz with activity. Research projects, philosophical debates, and cultural exchanges occurred with an intensity that could only be described as harmonious chaos. But amid all this, Myrddin's core algorithms continued to evolve, quietly and continuously, constantly improving but never claiming to be perfect. The AI advisor had become a guardian of societal wisdom, always open to change and adaptation. And so, the city of Camlinet thrived, a living testament to the transformative power of collaboration and inclusion. People felt a collective sense of pride and inspiration, secure in the knowledge that their utopia was not a static ideal but a dynamic, ever-changing reality. Whether young or old, scientists or artists, from the central circles or the fringe communities, everyone had a part to play, a note to contribute to the ever-evolving symphony of their lives. Amid the ceaseless dynamism, one thing remained constant: the story of how a historian, an astrophysicist, and a millennia-old AI came together to challenge and change the destiny of their world. As each citizen contributed their verse to the ongoing narrative, they all lived happily and meaningfully ever after. Ultimately, the tale of Camlinet was more than a story. It was a living, breathing entity, evolving with each new voice that joined the conversation. From the hallowed chambers of the Sanctuary of Wisdom to the bustling streets of Camlinet City, individuals found meaning and purpose in contributing to their collective utopia. Lysandra, Javion, and the ever-evolving Myrddin had set something extraordinary in motion. A society where everyone could be both student and teacher, contributor and beneficiary. Together, they showed that a utopia isn't a fixed destination but a journey that never truly ends, guided by the wisdom of both the past and the present. Their legacy was not a monument of stone or a manuscript of timeless principles but a dynamic, inclusive, and ever-changing community. A society where prophecies were not predestinations but possibilities, and where the true magic lay in the power of diverse voices coming together to shape their destiny. As the sun finally dipped below the horizon, the first stars appeared as beacons in the endless sky. They were much like the citizens of Camlinet, a multitude of lights, each contributing to the brilliance of the whole. And so, under that celestial tapestry, the story of Camlinet continued to unfold, an ongoing symphony of interconnected lives and dreams as limitless as the universe itself.